I don't know why I'm putting this up. Enjoy! Something different every day. Today I finally got around to my Mega Drive 2s. I'm actually going to give them to two cool cats that are my good friends, and hopefully they'll have some use for them. But what I'm doing now is I've just got this. This is a broken Mega Drive, one that was written off a long time ago. It had, looks like, water damage to it, liquid damage. I'm just trying the different switch configurations, just to get an idea of what's best and position wise and whatnot. I found that using a drill is not a very good idea. I think I'm using the wrong bit. I think it's a concrete bit designed for going into concrete render walls and brick, but it's all I have. So I'm using a 6mm screw. I think the switches are 5mm, so that actually works better than I would have expected, because the next size I had was 4, which was too small. So as you can see, I've tried a couple of things. It looks like switches on the actual join around the Mega Drive is the best way to go. Don't know if you can see that there, it's pretty dark being a black console. But right along there, you know, sort of lines up with everything over there, with the missing TC in jack and the S video AV port that I'll be stealing later on, probably for another Mega Drive. I did put them up here, but they're harder to line up and they're quite crooked, so unless your face is on, you know, the wrong way, you're going to notice. Not that it really matters being at the back of the console. If I did put them up on the top here, nobody saw that. Sophia, you're strong. So I've gone with where the random hole at the back is, which may have been for RF, possibly. So I'm going to drill through that one, and that's one hole already there, because it's just a bit small, so the 6mm drill bit makes it a little bit bigger and perfect. And this other switch will just move down, probably just in line with that, so you've got two switches there. But I think up and down is the best way to do it. I tried side to side, but it just doesn't feel right. You're gonna feel like you're throwing something like 60 Hertz. Yes! Just feel the power. It's blast processed. So that's how I'm doing it. The only problem is when you take it apart, the switch just falls out. And the other thing I'm not going to be able to fit in by the looks is EMI shielding, which honestly I'm not going to miss, because it is rubbish. And see, if I have them lower, might make it problematic, because it's sitting right on the board. Oh dear. It's that thing in the way. Oh, that middle one's not going to work very well. There's a bit of plastic behind it. Let me get some pliers. Pliers. Also be pleased to know I cleaned up all the computer junk that was on my floor. Now I've just got Mega Drive junk. I'm just going to try reefing this off. Enjoy the sights of those RAM chips. Oh god, it fell on the Sophia again. I'm going to go to a bench. Jeez. Think of this as intermission. Wow, do I need to invest in some decent pliers? Yep. Oh well, what do you do? Alright. No, I don't like that hole. Looks like I'm making two. In that case, I'm going to make them high like the, just so they're on the lid. Of course, that'll make it difficult removing the lid, the top, because then all the cables will be tied in and I'll just reef all the solder points off the board. It's a tough call, isn't it? Toggle switches feel good. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll see the end result in the next week or so once I get around to it. I also need to file these bits off. The drill melted the plastic pretty bad and it doesn't remove easy and I have no file. RetroJunkie.net for more. Alrighty, so the first thing I did was mark where I'm actually drilling, so I have an idea of where to put the drill holes with a pencil. And as you can see, I've already put one of the holes in, 4mm I'm going with to begin with. Nice slow speed, so it doesn't do anything crazy. It's crazy is not what you want. So I've just got the shell at the moment. Actually, it's the shell of the busted one I had, but put it together and get the drill. Line it up as best you can with your pencil mark. And drill. Quickly get rid of as much of the crap off the top as you can. Otherwise you're going to need a file, and I'm going to need a file. Doesn't matter. Alright, they're a little bit crooked. But the good news is that we still have the 6mm drill bit to go through there. So that's going to, on the one on that side, I'm going to try and move up, and the one on that side, I'm going to move down if I can, jaw toward down. Of course, that'll probably just end up being as crooked as they are now, but just on a different, it'll just be reversed. It'll essentially be like that. So, what can you do but change your drill bit and get on with life? Oh, chuckless drill my ass. Oh. Why is it so tight? I'll be back, kids. Ow. My dinner said, what? Wow now. Well, you can welcome me back. It's only been a couple of hours. And I've learned a thing or two about my drill. It's got a keyless chuck, so with the this ring here, it needs to be pulled down and this can spin. Remove the bit, switch it over, do whatever you want. I've had this drill for years and I've never really noticed that that was even there. Oh god. It does come down, it does go up, so there you go. No wonder my fingers and hands are now raw and hurt. So, back to drilling the holes. So I want this one to go up. Looks like it went down more. Oh dear. Why'd that kick into high gear all of a sudden? Wow, these are actually a lot nicer. A lot nicer of a finish than the ones where I just went straight to. What was it? 6mm. Just picking away at the plastic around the edge. It's not actually that much. It looks quite good. Ah, damn it. Oh, they'll look fine when you're not looking at them at the back. So there you go, that's 2 holes in the back of that. Well, technically 3, 4, 5. 2 at the front, whole bunch of vents. Let's get it all together, see how it looks. Whoa! Oh, it's cool. Switches. They're not going anywhere. The only thing I need to do is put screws into the device and stop the oscillator from shorting out on the rest of the machine. So I might use some Kapton tape for installation. I guess you could really just use paper, just wrap a piece of paper around it, but I'm going to use Kapton tape, which will keep it nice and safe from shorting out, and it will hold it in place. This one's pretty messy though. Oh! Let's see if we can have a glimpse inside. There's a lot of cables up the back there, because I wasn't sure of the lengths originally, and it turns out I just intertwined them all with each other anyway, so I can't straighten them out or shorten them. I probably could shorten them, but honestly, I don't know if it's going to make that much of a difference. One way to find out though. Things I would have done differently. Just one thing, the switch closest to the back right hand corner, I would have set a little bit closer toward the center of the console, just because there is a standoff on the top housing that would bump it if it was a double throw switch, double pole, single throw, double pole. I think that's what that one is. But it's just a single pole, single throw. Single pole, double throw. I'll get the terminology one day. I've got, I don't know, a lot of switches. So with that, as you can see in the, can you see? The corner there, we've got the prototyping board with the crystal on it, 4-pin, which feeds in the NTSC, PAL, NTSC signal. Yeah. So we won't get black and white on 60 Hz mode. Very important. As I discovered a long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible says. Mary's boy child Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I learnt that in primary school, a public education primary school. Brainwashing much? Alright, we're back in one piece. Switches are present. I don't know which way is which. Best way to find out when you want to test region switches and language switches is Streets of Rage 1 or If you're in Japan, bare knuckle. Well, depending on what mode your Mega Drive's set to, I guess. So, right, that's a good start. Screen is blue. The purple tinge. Let's try flicking some switches. I don't know what that switch did. Huh. Ah, alright, well the one on the right is, I'm going to say my language switch, if it changes to Japanese. Yep. So language switch is on the right, and the left is there for the switch between... my cable's a bit dodgy. Switch between 60 and 50 Hertz, which apparently has some issues at the moment, so we'll just... Some issues. Jeez. That screen looked okay. So does that one. So at the moment this would be 60 Hertz because there's no borders around the bottom and the top, but if I flick it now, oh look at that, it's perfect. Except for those blue rolling lines. Oh dear. What have I done? Who plays it in 60 Hertz anyway? Music's much more upbeat. As you can see there, it doesn't like having the thing changed while you're flicking things. Oh dear. Oh, it's so slow. Kick him! Call in the backup. Alright, so the mod's sort of successful if I can make those blue rolling lines disappear. It could be something to do with the length of the cables I've used. As you notice, they were quite long. That can cause problems, so we'll have a play around, see what we can get to happen. Switches. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. Thanks for watching.